Hey everyone, Reverend Geek here, and I'm here to talk about something near and dear to my heart, Star Wars. I have been a fan of Star Wars pretty much since I was a kid, and I remember seeing it. Well, I used to fool myself. I thought I saw it during the first release in '77. I believe I might have seen it in '78, the second release, but that's not too much important information. What I'm here to talk about is episode 7, and there's already some information out there, so what I'm going to say you probably already know, and what I'm hoping is that I can give you a little bit more insightfulness and thought. So right now, episode 7 is scheduled to come out December 18th of next year, 2015. We don't have a title, and if we're to believe normal procedure, we might get a title by November so that the movies for the holiday season of this year, 2014, can have a teaser trailer. But I'm expecting that if a teaser trailer comes out, I'm only expecting to see Star Wars Episode 7 and nothing else besides that. I think we probably won't get a title until about March. And then we'll see the first big trailer come out around May when the summer blockbusters start coming out. So here's what we know, or what's already being speculated. We don't have an official plot synopsis, so to speak. Right now, what has gone out there is an idea that a young band of rebels, the Empire is still in existence, but there is not what anybody read in the expanded universe. There is no new galactic republic. There is still a rebellion going on. There's a civil war going on, and at this point, it appears that the rebels slightly might have an upper hand, but the older leaders, Han Solo, Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, they're getting up there in age. So this young group is in search of Luke, who has gone into hiding. And depending on what you hear that he went into hiding right after Jedi, or a few years maybe after Jedi. The movie is going to happen about 30 to 40 years after the events of Return of the Jedi. So that's gonna fit in with their age, and really, if it's 30 years, it fits right in for their ages, because by the time this comes out, it's gonna be 32 years since the release of Return of the Jedi. So that makes sense. Um, but what is the story? And that's the question. And so these kids or young warriors, I don't know what they are. We have no casting, no no idea, except that Han Solo, Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, our friends R2 and C3PO, and Chewbacca are all back. There's been some speculation that we might see Force Spirit Yoda and possibly Ewan McGregor as the Force Spirit Obi-Wan. I don't think that part, or Ewan McGregor coming back as Obi-Wan, uh, would fit in. It was controversial when they replaced uh, Anakin with they took out Sebastian Shaw out of the original Return of the Jedi footage and put in Hayden Christensen. So I don't believe that would happen, and that it would be a good idea. Granted, you know, Ewan McGregor was a you know great choice for Obi-Wan, and he was certainly one of the brightest spots throughout the whole trilogy, behind the wooden acting of Hayden Christensen. But getting back on point here, the storyline supposedly has to do with them coming across Luke's lightsaber. Now, what I don't like about this rumor right now is that it's saying that the severed hand and lightsaber are found on Tatooine. And if you remember rightly, Luke lost his hand um, in Bespin, Cloud City. So that would not make sense at all. So the question is where, and there has been already some footage. J.J. Abrams has taken some selfies and has some pictures up of what appears to be Tatooine. So we know Tatooine is going to be part of this story. There's a rumor Hoth is, also possibly Coruscant, but we don't have a full-on here is the synopsis and everybody's being secretive at this point. So it's possible that they do have it right, that the lightsaber is there. It would be possible that Han Solo knows it, and he knows the location that Luke is at. That's what the rumor is that these young people go with Han Solo in search of Luke Skywalker. So we don't know. We're gonna find out. What is interesting and what we do know at this point, Adam Driver, who was cast along with Gwendolyn Christie, people have speculated that they could be the Sith of the storyline. One of the rumors is that the Sith are going to be coming back, that the Sith are have broken the rule of two that we saw in the prequel trilogy, and that possibly Darth Vader was training somebody prior to his death. Some people have speculated that it's Gwendolyn Stacy, but given her age, she's young, late 20s, early 30s, so that wouldn't put her in that correct age for that role. I would expect somebody a little older for that role, and there are some actors that they could cast in that spot. One of the rumors is that Luke has not been training or helped rebirth the Jedi Order of the time, like we've read in the expanded universe. So that is one of the problems right now, is we don't know what these roles are. But Adam Driver and Gwendolyn Stacy, we did see 2 set photos leaked, one of each of them. Adam Driver is seen in what appears to be a modern day, well, not modern day, but a newer version of an X-Wing fighter's uniform, fighter pilot's uniform. And Gwendolyn Stacy appears to be in an Imperial officer's uniform. So she's not a Sith Lord, at least yet. She could be. She is on Game of Thrones. She plays Bree, and she is known for being capable on that show. She shows that she could play that role of somebody that would fight with a sword, or in this case a lightsaber. So that's about it. We don't know anything more than that. Mark Hamill has been seen with a goatee. He had grown like a really long, scraggly beard while whipping himself into shape. A dramatic amount of weight. If you had seen him about a year ago, he was a round, portly guy. He had been a guest star on a TV show, and he just did not look like Luke Skywalker. He looked like me. Look at my face, and you can see the fullness. That's what he looked like. He whipped himself into shape. He got himself. He grew himself the beard, and he trimmed it down. And it was seen he had a goatee. So he is following into that Jedi tradition that his Jedi master and his master's master before him had. Um, so we know that. Other than that, the interesting news that came out today, I believe, Rian Johnson came out and said that he has already started writing episode 8. Now, if you know what Disney's plans are for uh, Star Wars, is to keep this as an ongoing franchise. It's not that, this isn't something where it's based on books and they can um, take the books and cut them in half and just release them like we've seen with Harry Potter or, some of these other uh, movies recently, these series recently. But what Marvel, sorry, not Marvel. Marvel's owned by Disney. Disney owns both the Marvel and Star Wars universes now. But what is going on with Star Wars? Disney wants to have the episodic numbers released every other year. So 2015, 2017, 2019 would be episodes 7, 8, and 9. In between those years, they're going to have spin-off movies. So the rumors are there's a possibility of an Obi-Wan spin-off right now. Boba Fett has had the biggest news. And so on and so forth like that. They will look and see who people write about, become their favorite characters. So Jar Jar would not get a spin-off, thankfully. But, other characters might. So that's basically it right now. So I'm working on a set. I'm actually in a spot where I'm kind of moving right now, and I don't know where to at this point. But once I get settled more, I'm going to create a set and have a place to sit and record these. I'm going to try to learn some more, however you say it right now, more editing. So I can put in some pictures and stuff while I'm talking. It's a long learning process, but if you like what you see and if you can tolerate me, then feel free to subscribe. All right, talk to you later.